Good day to you. My name is Graham Ward. Just to give you an explanation on how the SARS allowances would be able to be used to fund end-user technology, which is a learnership. The SARS allowances are a document provided by the South African government, a very powerful document which basically provides free education from N-curve levels 2, 3 to 6, which is grade 10 through to sort of degree level, first year degree level. And this document here would empower and effectively makes free education through to levels 2 through to 6. So just to give you an idea how this would work then, if we were to have a look at this scenario here, I'm just going to take out the numbers so that you can have a look at this again. Let's have a look at a company. The idea is to try and fund learners which have not been exposed to computers and to brush up their computer skills. And these are for a learnership called End User Technology. It's an N-curve level 3 learnership. It basically empowers learners to do Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and World Wide Web at a beginner, intermediate, and advanced level. So the stakeholders of such a learnership would be willing learners, willing sponsors, and contact center support agents or a training provider such as Award Training. They would enter into a learnership agreement, a tripartite learnership agreement, which would effectively enact the SARS allowances. So let's just take a look at this example here. Let's assume a company has sales of 100,000 Rand. Okay, they've got expenses of 50,000 Rand in a very simplified format. Therefore, their gross profit would be the 100,000 minus the 50,000, that's their gross profit. If they had a SARS allowance, which in this particular example here is without a SARS allowance, they would have no deductions being made. So therefore, their taxable profit would be the 50,000 here. Okay, so at the company tax of 28%, it would be the 50,000 times 0.28, okay, to give you the taxable amount, and they'd pay tax of 14,000. Therefore, their net profit at the end of the year, or as it would turn out, would be 36,000. Okay, so that's the example there. Now, let's assume that the company does enter into a learnership. All right, so they have the 100,000 Rand sales. All right, they've got their 50,000 Rand expenses still, and again, they've still got their same gross profit margin of 50,000, but they do have a learnership which they are putting in play. So SARS allows 40,000 Rand a commencement allowance, which is at the beginning of the learnership, and then on certification, a further 40,000 for a normal-bodied person. So we're going to put in the SARS allowances here, 40,000 to commence with here. So therefore, their taxable income would be 50,000 minus the 40,000. They are taxable profit of 10,000 now. At company tax of 28%, it's the 10,000 times 0.28. They'll be paying 2,800 Rand tax as opposed to the original 14,000, as you can see here, and therefore their distributable income, if you want to call it that, would be their gross profit minus the thing there, minus the company tax of 47,000. So what you can see here is that effectively, by embarking on a learnership and having a registered learnership with SARS, and that's the key, it must be registered, and the training provider, such as Award Training, will do such a thing. Their net savings here, so in this case here, they have a distributable income of 36,000. In the case where they've got a learnership, they've got a distributable income of 47,200. So what this means here is if I subtract the two from each other, the net savings for the company is effectively 11,300 Rand. But you'll note that we've only embarked on this 40,000 Rand commencement allowance. We're still able to do the completion allowance as a company once the learner is certified. So basically, we're able to say a further 11,200 is available, okay, for the completion allowance there. And so if the training provider charges the sponsoring company that fee there, the 22,400, then effectively free training has taken place. So long as the learner gets through the learnership and is certified, 2 sets of 40,000 have been claimed through SARS, And if the training provider is charging 22,400 Rand here, then the training is effectively free. There's been no cost incurred to the company. And that's pretty awesome if you ask me. So this effectively proves that through the SARS allowances, you are able to commence with learnerships through a registered training provider, which will provide you with a learnership number, and that learnership number will entitle you to make this claim twice in your set of books.